Hello, I'm Nicolas Floratos, the founder of Funding Expert Academy, as well as the creator of the Funding Expert Transformation Formula that aims to transform any individual into a funding expert with half the time that will be needed by any other training course, as well as by at least half the resources that are dedicated in order other winning applicants to have successful proposals in European funding. Now, as you can see, we are in Croatia, beautiful Zagreb. Some people that have been in Zagreb can identify the place. We are just opposite the train station, the central train station that was quite famous and was a stop of Orient Express also. I'm really pleased to be in this place, in this country, in this city for many reasons. One of the reasons that possibly concerns you also is that, for your information, Croatia in general joined the European Union last year in July 2016, which means that they are eligible for European funding and also for structural funds. However, they are not in a position so far, they don't have the capacity to exploit structural funds successfully as other member states, which means that funding experts that have some good knowledge of how to help others to explore European funding or how to exploit better the funding expert transformation process should consider definitely this country, this city, for one of their list of business places. Having said that, I would like now to tell you why we are here. What is the training that I'm going to give you, a very short training. The training, after some demand that I have from some of you that have subscribed to Funding Experts Facebook group, is how you build up your perfect team. Yes, there is a perfect team for developing together successful grant applications in order to exploit European or state funding. So, having said that, we need to clarify what are these, what should be first of all the 4 entities that need to be present in any team that is involved in proposal development. The first one, the first member, the first entity that we need to have is we need a leader, and we need a proposal leader, which means that proposal leader will be not writing any sections from the application form, but he or she will coordinate, first of all, the proposal development cycle, which means also the proposal development phase, will coordinate and will allocate responsibilities of who writes what from the application section by considering, of course, the expertise that there is in his or her team. He should be responsible also for networking, which means that for receiving feedback either from officials from the funding expert authority, or feedback from experts or that are already very familiar with the program and have been evaluating possibly some proposals in the program in the past, or he or she will be responsible for formulating the partnership, which means identifying and connecting and engaging and attracting the most competent partners that are needed in order to join the consortium for having more chances to have their proposal accepted. Also, the proposal coordinator will be the one that will be assessing also the proposal section contributions, which means that any section that has been developed from the proposal development team, which is the other entity as we will discuss, will be assessed from the quality point of view, and if there are any revisions that have to be addressed, mainly they should be addressed by the proposal development team member, or he or she, if there are some minor issues, should be addressed by the proposal leader himself or himself. So these are the main tasks of our proposal leader, of our leader. Then we have, as I said, the proposal development team. The proposal development team obviously is responsible for developing, writing the application section. The section, so one member might be writing a section about impact, another member, which can be an internal member or which can be a member from the consortium, can write then the dissemination or the exploitation. This allocation of tasks actually depends on the expertise that each member state, that each member, proposal development member, has in in the consortium, either if it is internal or external, which means another partner that has joined the consortium. Now, the proposal development team should always write in any European funding program, I'm not going to say that in detail, but just outline the proposal section based on the criteria formula. Of course, each section, the application is assessed by the European Commission or by the EC experts, evaluators or reviewers by assessing based on some criteria. And this is also what we need to have in mind. The word criteria, which means C from criteria, stands for consortium, quality of the consortium. R stands for relevance, how aligned are the European work program objectives with the objectives of the proposal suggested. I from criteria, I is innovation, how innovative our proposal is, our idea that the proposal is based. T stands for trans-European dimension, which means that we need to provide at least benefits not at the national but at the European level. The results of our proposal should be not only applicable but extremely beneficial to different target groups from Europe. Then we have E, which is criteria, E, which is economics, which is not to provide solutions with the cheapest means, with the cheapest resources, but with the most economic one, E, economic, the best value for money. Criteria. Then we have R from criteria, which means relevance. Relevance in our case means how, not relevance, reputation. So we have addressed relevance in the first R. The second R is reputation, and reputation has to do with dissemination and exploitation, promoting and raising awareness and engaging target groups for using and taking advantage of the project results. This is what dissemination and exploitation means. There are specific techniques on how to address all this. And then we have criteria I, which is impact, means to identify what are specifically the benefits of our target groups. Whenever we see the word impact, that means benefits. And then we have A, criteria, which is the approach. I mean, what kind of work plan we're going to follow in order to fulfill and achieve, develop the results that we have promised in our proposal. So this criteria technique, these are the 8 success award criteria that are present in any European funding program and proposal, and there are specific techniques on how we are addressing them. I'm not going to deal with them now because it requires a lot of time. However, just for your information, this is one of the 3 main cores that we are targeting in our funding expert courses. Now, the next thing the next entity that we need to have in our team. In our team, we have the proposal leader, we have the proposal development members, and now we need a secretary. Well, when I say a secretary, I mean an administrative person. That this administrative person will be responsible for undertaking all the administrative tasks, issues that are needed in the proposal. For example, collecting administrative forms from the partners, collecting mandates, letters of support, making sure that or any other documents that are needed from the partners are actually collected by this administrative person, and of course this secretary reports to the proposal leader. And at the same time, when the proposal is ready to be submitted for consideration by the funding authority, according to the rules, according to the guidelines that are provided by the funding authority, before the submission deadline, electronically or hard copy, depends on the program. And the secretary cooperates in that sense very closely with the proposal leader. And we have the 4th member in our team, let's put it that way, which is somehow an external, at least to the writing development proposal, which is an evaluator. An evaluator that will at least see from an objective point of view our approach, our proposal idea, and assess it, provide some feedback, evaluates it. Also can see our proposal summary, which is 3 or 4 pages, more elaboration of our proposal concept. Also to evaluate our consortium, whether he or she can suggest some other members, some other potential partners that could add value to our approach. And of course, definitely we need an external evaluator for evaluating the final draft of our proposal. As long as we have prepared the proposal and we believe that it's almost ready, we give it to the external evaluator in order to assess it, to provide comments. One key element that we need to have in mind is that the evaluator should not be involved at all in writing any sections in the proposal, because we need that person to be unbiased, which means, whenever we write a proposal, we believe that this is our baby, and it is actually our baby. But apparently, whenever we have babies as parents, we believe that these babies are the most beautiful babies in the whole world. However, in that respect, we need someone with some external point of view and with experience to tell us what we're doing well, what we're not doing that well, in order to improve the beauty of that proposal, of that baby. So we have overall those four teams, entities in our team, members in our team. But there is one more element that I have addressed also in another video, that all these people, the proposal leader, the secretary, the proposal development team, and in many cases the evaluator, they have to be coached. And we need a coach for actually coaching at a team level the whole team, but also coaching, transforming, making the other members to give their best, motivating and giving them techniques at an individual level also. So either we need a coach for the whole team, or we need a coach for each one of our members, but at least for the proposal leader and proposal development team that has the experience and the resources to make these individuals perform better. This is actually the main purpose of the coach. Now, having said that, and I would like to conclude here because time is passing, I would like also to give you two tips how you are going to select these team members. So I don't know whether you're the proposal leader or you're someone a director that is looking for proposal leader, or the proposal leader that is looking for team members, for secretary or for the evaluator, or even for a coach. There are two key elements that you need to take into consideration. The first one is, when you are looking to engage these members, you need to ask one question to that member before engaging with them, and that is the potential member. And that is a key question that is a normal practice in many interviews, but it's a very effective one, which is this. Whenever you in the past in your professional career there was either a failure or a mistake, whose responsibility was that, and what kind of actions you are undertaking in order to fix this? So you understand now that if you ask that question, you would like to see from the one that is going to give you the response whether he or she has been undertaking some responsibilities, first of all, and what kind of actions, as soon as you take the responsibilities of some failures, you undertake in order to improve what was wrong, even if you were partially responsible or fully responsible. So that's a key question that we need to have, and we are looking for people that are accountable and they can accept failures, they can learn from them, and they can try to fix them. Now, the second tip that I would like to give before engaging someone in your team is to have a lunch, a meal, to have a dinner with that person, because and if possible to have that lunch or dinner with other colleagues of yours, because you would like to see whether and how this person interacts with you, interacts with others in a social environment. Because writing a proposal, developing successful proposals, one of the key elements is actually to communicate effectively. So for that reason, what I would like to highlight to you here is you need to have persons in your team that are good communicators also. So I hope this served you well. I'm looking forward to see further comments of you and what kind of further ideas you would like to see as a training. I'm looking forward to work with you at some level, either as a coach or part of your team. Keep up learning and see you at the other side.